Hello and welcome to my round of 32 World Cup predictions for just the first bunch of games. South Africa did play Canada last night. Of course, a good win for Canada in that one, getting through to the round of 16 with a last-minute Eustáquio goal, wasn't it? I think it was quite a tight game. I think it was quite a boring game. Not really. I didn't really see much of it, but it was, from what I saw on the highlights, it didn't look a particularly great game. But yeah, let's just dive straight to my round of 32 World Cup predictions part 1. And jumping straight into tonight's games, as we have an absolute classic, and it is Brazil taking on Japan, of course, at 6 p.m. tonight. Brazil getting through, topping the group, of course, last time out over beating Scotland and Haiti after drawing Morocco in their first group game. Vinicius Junior scored in all three group games, only the fifth Brazilian to do so at a World Cup. Neymar returned from his 981-day international absence against Scotland and is available for the knockouts to be picked. I wonder if he is going to be picked by Carlo Ancelotti. Brazil won 6 of 7 all-time meetings with Japan, outscoring them 21-5 in that time. Neymar returned after 981 days away, appearing at a record equaling 4th World Cup. Japan, only the second ever Asian side to go unbeaten through 5 consecutive World Cup games. Japan have never progressed past the round of 16 at a World Cup, losing at this stage 4 times. I don't know why they're saying it at this stage, because it's the round of 32 this time around. Japan unbeaten in 11 straight matches against European opposition and national record Ayase Ueda scored the winner in Japan's first ever victory over Brazil last October, not last week. I'm not going to go through the friendlies. They did play in the 2006 World Cup 4-1 win for Brazil. Japan did beat Brazil last time in a head-to-head. In October, 6 wins for Brazil, 0 draws, 1 win for Japan. Brazil are your favourites in this one, 4-6, 27-10 is your draw, 9-2 is Japan. I think Brazil will get over the line. I think it'll be tight. I'm only going to go for a 2-1 Brazil win here, but I think they will just get over the line in this one against this Japan side. So, yeah, back in Brazil to win this by 2-1 over Japan. Next up is Germany versus Paraguay, then in Boston. This one will take place. Paraguay, of course, going through as one of the best third place teams. They take on Germany, who topped Group E, didn't they, with Ivory Coast beating Ivory Coast and Curacao, losing to Ecuador on the final game. Germany haven't kept a World Cup clean sheet since the 2014 final. 9 straight matches conceding. Are they going to concede here against this Paraguay side? Well, they conceded against Curacao, so it's definitely possible. Germany reached a World Cup knockout stage for the first time since winning it in 2014. Germany scored 10 goals across 3 group games, but conceded in every single one. Germany's 11-match winning streak ended with a defeat to Ecuador in their final group game. Paraguay beat Turkey despite playing with 10 men for almost the entire second half. Paraguay kept 4 clean sheets in both matches since their opening 4-1 loss to USA. They've tightened up at the back a little bit. Head-to-head between these sides, they did play the 2002 World Cup in Korea and Japan, I believe that one. Germany won that by a goal to nil. 3-3 draw back in 2030. Between the sides, the winner of this plays the winner of France against Sweden, which should be pretty tasty. I'm going back Germany to win this. I'm going to go for a 2-0 Germany win over Paraguay here and to get over the line. I think it'll be a clean sheet for the first time in a while for the Germans in a World Cup, or in a while, I should say, in recent form. So, yeah, I'm going back Germany to beat Paraguay by 2-0 here. Next up is an absolute blockbuster as Netherlands take on Morocco tonight at 2 a.m. Yeah, in Monterrey, this one takes place. Netherlands did beat Tunisia by 3-1, beat Sweden as well before that. They did draw with Japan in their first group game. Morocco did beat Haiti by 4-2 in what was a brilliant game of football. They did beat Scotland and they drew with Brazil in their opening game. Netherlands, unbeaten in 15 World Cup matches, excluding penalty shootouts, scored 10 group stage goals, matching their all-time record from 2014. Reached 2-0 against Tunisia in 6 minutes, the fastest such start at a World Cup since 2002. They recorded 71% possession against Tunisia, their highest in a World Cup since 1966. That is crazy stat, 71.7% possession. Actually, Morocco conceded in 2 of the 3 group matches, despite their 31-match unbeaten run so far. Became Africa's all-time leading World Cup scorers with 26 goals. Reached the World Cup semi-finals in 2022, the first African nation to do so. Morocco scored in all 3 group games, netting 6 goals in the group stage. 2-1 win for Netherlands back in the 1994 World Cup. 2017 was a 2-1 win for Netherlands. On the 31st of May, 2 wins for Netherlands, 0 draws, 0 wins for Morocco on the head-to-head record. I'm going to back a draw in this one. Back a Desmond, go back a 2-2 draw. And I think Morocco will get over the line on penalties, just because of Bono and penalties. I think goes well, and I think he knows how to save a penalty or two. So yeah, I'm going to back Bono to get Morocco over the line. I bet Netherlands wish they had Tim Krul after what happened in 2014 against Costa Rica, remember? So yeah, back a 2-2 draw, Morocco to win on penalty. Next up is Ivory Coast taking on Norway in what is a brilliant game in the battle of the dark horses for this competition. You would feel Ivory Coast with a good win over Curacao, confirming their place as runners-up last time around. Norway did get absolutely battered by France by 4 goals. What a shame, because they played their backup side in that one. Ivory Coast reached the World Cup knockout stages for the first time in their history. Diomande is the only player this century with 10 plus chances created and 10 plus dribbles in 3 World Cup games. Scored first in all 3 group matches, only the second African team to do so at a World Cup. Conceded just 2 goals across 3 group matches despite facing Germany and Ecuador. Erling Haaland has 4 goals in 2 World Cup starts, rested entirely for the France defeat. Norway's 3 World Cup matches produced 50 goals, 15 total goals at an average 5 per game at the moment. Norway haven't kept a clean sheet in 5 matches conceded every World Cup game so far. Norway are winless in their last 6 competitive matches without Haaland. Started yeah, I don't know who's going to win this. I'm going to back Norway probably to get over the line. Ivory Coast 11-4, Norway 12. Draw is 12-5. Norway are your favourites at 20-21 via Sky Bet. I'm going to go for a Norway win here. I'm going to go for a 2-1 Norway win in this one. I think they'll get over the line. I think the Haaland quality is going to be too much for the Ivory Coast, and yeah, Norway to beat Ivory Coast by 2 goals, 1 hit, and get into the round of 16. And France versus Sweden is the 10 o'clock game on the evening in New York. Sweden, bit of a disappointing end to the group phase, you would feel, for them after beating Tunisia by 5 goals. So one did lose to Netherlands 5-1, then drew with Japan, didn't they? France, 3 wins out of 3 in their group games. What am I going to say? 2-1 France in the head-to-heads in World Cup qualification back in 2016. They have played since then. Sweden beat them in 2017, France beat them in the Nations League in 2020, and France beat them again back in 2020. Sweden have won this fixture twice, and that was in 2012 and in 2017. France achieved a perfect group stage for the first time since 1998 when they won the tournament. Mbappe has 20 World Cup goal involvements since 2018, more than any other player. Dembele and Mbappe each scored 4 goals in the group stage alone. Dembele scored the second earliest hat-trick in World Cup history against Norway in the last group game. Anthony Elanga is the first Sweden player to score in consecutive World Cup matches since 1994. Sweden have kept a clean sheet in 14, conceded 7 goals across 3 group matches, including 5 against the Dutch. Sweden scored 4 goals from outside the box in this tournament, double than any other team. I'm going to back France to win this. I'm going to go for a 3-1 France win here in New York, New Jersey Stadium, and for them to get over the line quite comfortably here. So yeah, backing France to win this by 3 goals to 1 over Sweden. I think Sweden will score. We get the likes of Gyökeres and Isak up top. Mexico versus Ecuador is up next then. Mexico will be looking to win this because, well, they've had pretty good head-to-head record against Ecuador. They do love a draw as well, but saying that, it's 4 wins for Mexico, 4 draws and 3 wins for Ecuador, sorry. So yeah, not amazing actually. Mexico haven't won a World Cup knockout match since 1986, a 40-year drought. They'll be looking to end that, as this one is in Mexico, and the last one in 1986 was in Mexico, I believe, as well. Mexico won all 3 group games without conceding, and the sixth nation to ever do so. Mexico won their last 6 matches as well. Javier Aguirre admitted he is not fully satisfied despite the perfect group stage record. Yeah, they didn't really look good in all their games, really. It does have to be said, by the Czechia one where they trounced them 3-0. Ecuador advanced beyond the World Cup group stage for only the second time 20 years after their first. Ecuador came from behind to beat 4-time champions Germany in the final group match. Ecuador failed to score in their first 2 group games after beating Germany 2-1. Head-to-heads, last time they did play in a meaningful game was a 0-0 draw, 2-1 win for Ecuador in 2015. I am going to go for a turn up for the books here. I'm going to go for an Ecuador win. I'm going to go for a 1-0 Ecuador win in Mexico. Call me crazy, call me whatever. I think there's an upset on the cards here. I think everybody's expecting Mexico to go and win this game. I think Ecuador might win it, although, because England also will avoid playing Mexico as well. But yeah, I'm backing Ecuador to win this by a 0-0 over Mexico here and get over the line. So yeah, backing Ecuador to beat Mexico by a goal. And the final game we'll be predicting today will be England versus Congo. England topping the group after beating Panama by 2-0. Congo did beat Uzbekistan by 3-1 as well, which got them through as one of the third best placed teams. Harry Kane, label him as his full name, became England's all-time top scorer, World Cup top scorer, with 11 goals, surpassing Gary Lineker. Bellingham is the youngest England player since 1966 to score an assist in a World Cup match. England held 78.9% possession against Ghana without scoring a World Cup record. England topped their group in consecutive tournaments for the first time. Congo's 3-1 win over Uzbekistan was Congo's first World Cup victory in 52 years. History made again. DR Congo held Portugal to a 1-1 draw. That's what England have got to be wary of. Yohan Wissa scored Congo's first 2 World Cup goals, only the second African player to do so. Harry Kane already got 3 goals this tournament. So is Yohan Wissa, who's been doing brilliant for Congo. I think that their team will let him down probably, because I don't think they're going to go that far, and only one team can go through here, and I'm going to back England too. I'm going to go for a 1-0 England win. I think it'll be tight, scrappy. I think Congo might try and park the bus, which might unsettle England in this one, and I think they will get over the line in this one. And yeah, I'm going to back England to win this by a 0-0, but I think it'll be around the 80th minute where Harry Kane or Jude Bellingham or whoever is going to get on the score sheet. So yeah, only back in England to win by a 0-0 over Congo. Thank you very much for watching my World Cup round of 32 predictions. Part 1, we'll be back with part 2 shortly, or on Wednesday probably, for the other round of 32 games, and then we've got the round of 16 games as well, which should be really, really good. So don't forget to stay tuned for those. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all of that good stuff, and I'll speak to you on the next one, which will be Wednesday for the rest of the round of 32 games.